The first time Madison cried when we were alone, I thought she was just shy, maybe overwhelmed. I was the new guy, suddenly stepdad after a 3-month whirlwind romance turned marriage. But then it became every time. We'd be building Legos or watching a movie, and she'd suddenly curl up, arms tight, around her knees, eyes brimming, silent, tears sliding down her cheeks. I'd ask, gentle as I could, "What's wrong, sweetheart?" She'd just shake her head. Every time. When I told my wife, "Erica," she laughed. "She just doesn't like you." Yet, she's always been sensitive. "You're overthinking." I believed her. I wanted to believe her. Then one afternoon while Erica was on a business trip, Madison reached into her backpack with trembling hands and whispered, "Daddy, look at this." She handed me a small battered notebook. The moment I opened it, I called 911. I met Erica at a volunteer event of all places. She was smart, driven, magnetic. In that way that makes people orbit her without realizing it. She was a single mom. Her ex had been gone since Madison was a baby. She told me she was done with casual flings. "I'm looking for something real," she said, wine glass in hand. Madison already asleep upstairs. I fell hard. I'd never been married before, never had kids, but something about the way she talked about rebuilding her life made me want to be part of it. So I moved in. We got married. Just a small ceremony at the courthouse. No fuss. Madison was the flower girl, clutching Erica's hand like it was the only stable thing in the world. I tried. God, I tried to be there for her. I read parenting blogs, bought children's books, tried to connect, but Madison kept pulling away. She never called me Dad. That was fine. I didn't expect her to, but she wouldn't look me in the eyes, wouldn't speak unless Erica was there. And those tears, always those quiet, eerie tears when we were alone. 2 months into the marriage, Erica brought it up during dinner. "We should put your name on the house," she said, casually, like asking me to pass the salt. "It just makes sense. You're contributing now, and if anything ever happened to me, it'd all go to you and Madison." On the surface, it sounded reasonable. She was always practical. But my gut twisted. I'd been paying half. The mortgage, sure, helping with bills, but I hadn't even met her family yet. Her friends barely spoke to me. Still, I wanted to build a life. I wanted to believe this was a mistake, so I said I'd think about it. That same week, I found a note crumpled in Madison's laundry. "Don't tell him. He won't believe you. Nobody ever does." I thought maybe it was from a school friend, a game, but it stuck in my chest like a splinter. Then came the voicemail. Erica was out late, Madison asleep. I was tidying the living room on her phone. Buzz on the kitchen counter. I shouldn't have looked, but something in me needed to. "Hey," a man's voice said. "I saw the photos. You're really doing it, huh?" Poor guy doesn't know what he's in for. "Anyway, send more when you can." I didn't sleep that night. When I confronted her the next morning, she didn't deny it, just stared at me coldly and said, "You think you're the first guy I've had to train Madison to accept." Train. That word made my skin crawl. She's just a tool to get what we Need, she added flatly. You either play along or you leave, but don't think you can take her with you. I didn't. Yo, I didn't threaten. I started planning. I called a lawyer quietly, transferred my half of the mortgage, payments to a separate account, told Erica I needed space, and booked her a business trip out of state, something she'd been postponing. She was gone 3 days. That was all it took. Day 2, Madison handed me the notebook. It was full of drawings, some in crayon, others in pen. They were disturbing, disjointed, stick figures with red marks, sad faces, cages. One page that said, Mom said, I have to smile or we don't get money. Another said, he smells like the other one. I froze, shaking. I asked her, did someone hurt you? She looked at me and said quietly, Mom says it's pretend, but it doesn't feel like pretend. I called 911. CPS arrived. Within the hour, I showed them the notebook. They took statements, photos, everything. Erica was arrested the moment she stepped off the return flight. Turns out this wasn't the first time. 2 previous investigations in other states, both dropped for insufficient evidence. New names, new stories. They took Madison into protective custody. I wasn't allowed to see her, not right away. I wrote her letters, left messages with the caseworker. A week later, I got a crayon, drawing in the mail. It was of me and her standing in front of a house holding hands. No cages, no red marks, just a small heart in the corner. They let me see her last month, just supervise for. Now, she ran into my arms like she'd been waiting her whole life to. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know if I'll ever get custody, but I know this. I wasn't her first stepdad, but I will be her last. Please subscribe, and share.